because that's what you do. You got to build yourself up so you can build your kids up. That's what you got to do. For me to be able to get to these videos, to reach these people who may be able to get some support, as I wish I would have had, I had to be able to set y'all up with the whole rundown about my family, my mother, so y'all can understand when we got to this point. Yes, you see? So it ain't about them, it ain't about me. You know, it's about me. Put myself first, telling my story, getting it out there. I want to share my life experiences for other people, other women in the world, so they can have some type of support, since I didn't have any type of support ever from anybody. That is the key to being a highly successful person, is how you use your time. If you make good use of your time, you will be a highly successful person. That's that.
Trying to get you out my bed, but I still can't get you out my head.
What's up with y'all? It is still December the 15th. I need some chapstick, but whatever. It's still December the 15th. Let me set y'all up again. It's about 1 o'clock, 12:48. I just had one client come, just recorded, edited and uploaded another video for y'all this same day that y'all probably got at about 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I don't know, something about that. So I had a client come at about, I don't know what time she came, y'all, but she left about 30 minutes ago. Now, I had two other clients lined up, a mother and daughter, and they had to cancel because the mom, you know, she explained her situation. Me, not being petty, because this is somebody who comes to me all the time. I'm not charging her a cancellation fee, of course, because I ain't petty like that. Now, if you just do no call, no show on me and wasting my time, then yeah, and this a consistent thing, I'm gonna charge you a cancellation fee anyway. So, since I have some time before I have to go get the girls, I'm on the phone. If I'm not looking at y'all, let me try to look this way. Since I had some time before I go get the girls, I decided to record another video. Because that is the key to being a highly successful person, is how you use your time. If you make good use of your time, you will be a highly successful person. That's that, okay? So this video, like I said, I want to share my life experiences for other people, other women in the world, so they can have some type of support, since I didn't have any type of support ever from anybody. But somehow I'm still here. I'm still making it. I'm still making it work, providing, mothering, all of that, starting a business. So, hey, why not? Why not? Because when you see how things have affected you, you have to try to do the opposite to make a difference in the change in the world. That's what you do, right? All right. So, for me to be able to get to these videos, to reach these people who may be able to get some support, as I wish I would have had, I had to be able to set y'all up with the whole rundown about my family, my mother, so y'all can understand when we got to this point. Yes, you see? So it ain't about them, it ain't about me. You know, it's about me. Put myself first, telling my story, getting it out there. If I would have left anything out about my other family members, it would have been a missing chapter. It wouldn't have linked up. It wouldn't have seemed right? Y'all get it? Okay. So I want to take this opportunity to talk to any women who may have who may have experienced or may be experiencing abandonment from a partner while they're pregnant, which is something I went through. Okay, if you go back and watch the video, The Mentality of My Mother, then you'll understand how I got there. Because, you know, you want to think that if you are, you know, you have a relationship with the Lord, you're trying to do the right things, trying to stay away from the wrong people, that something like that will never happen to you. That's what you want to really believe. But you know, the devil will try to sneak in any little way. That's just the reality of it. And I got wrapped up. I'll explain, y'all. You can get the rundown about it if you want to go watch that other video. But when it comes to that, being pregnant and abandoned by a man who impregnated you, if any women are experiencing that, don't feel any type of way about yourself, because that could happen in any relationship. It could happen in a marriage, you know, it's so many ways that can happen. It could happen if two people are married and they deciding we want children, we don't, we want to wait, we this. So you can't feel any type of way about yourself. That's just that. And I'm gonna tell y'all, first of all, let me go ahead and say, I love Zoe. I love Zoe very much. I love her so much, and I appreciate her. She's been a blessing in my life, and both of my daughters are, because they are what have been keeping me going, helping me to be able to endure, to push myself to be better, so that I have more for them and I can be better for them. I can be a better provider and mother for them. And if it wasn't for my daughters, I don't know if I ever would have made it this far. I really don't. After y'all watch the videos and see how my life has been, I don't know if I would have ever made it this far. I don't, if it wasn't from the way I love my daughters, okay? So now, just, if you find yourself as a woman pregnant and abandoned, you gotta know that that child is a part of you. And even if the father is not around, you gotta love that child. You gotta surround that child with love. You gotta do everything you can for that child, because it's not about you anymore. It's not about the father. It's not about how you feel. It's about that child, the innocent child who comes into this world not knowing anything, who didn't ask to be brought here, who now needs to be provided for, okay? I don't know. I honestly believe the situation with my daughter's father was I guess he thought he was punishing me or something for carrying her. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't even continue to think about that. I can just tell y'all my experience with it, because once again, these videos gonna sit here for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, whatever. So I really hope that I can reach some other women who are going through this, because if you haven't experienced it, you have no idea how hurtful it is to think you know somebody, think y'all on a, y'all got something going, and they impregnate you and then they gone. Just gone. It's just you and the baby. And like with my daughter's father, when I was pregnant, there was not one phone call. I want y'all to understand that for me to be able to make these videos, I have to put my pride aside to be able to share these experiences with you guys, because I'm not embarrassed by it. It's no reason for me to be embarrassed. He was a man, I was a woman. You know what happens when you have sex, and if he didn't do what he was supposed to do, I can't worry about that. All I can worry about is me, my integrity, how I feel about my daughter, and what I'm gonna do for her. That's it. And I promise you, if you are a woman who find yourself in that situation and you try to have a relationship with the Lord and try to do all the right things and just never abandon your child, try to be the best provider, try to be an emotional support, it gets hard. There's been times for me while I'm dealing with all the stuff with my mother, I'm figuring out the finances, and it's like you get very short-tempered and irritated, but you gotta try to reel it in. Because you can't put that onto that child, because they didn't ask to be here. They didn't. And that's just the reality of it. Over the last 2-3 years, I've just been pushing myself to try to be a better mother, be a better provider, to be more focused with my daughters, with their activities and with their school, and to be able to get myself to the position to where I have more money for them, okay? If you guys watch the videos, I don't know if I ever said my plan for my life was to be a medical doctor or a surgeon, which very well could have happened because I'm very smart, very determined. I have the will, the endurance. It did not happen because I had no support around me, none at all. Not one person around me saw the potential I had at 16 years old when I was working, keeping a 4.0, doing dual enrollment, doing CASA, then going to college, figuring it all out. Not one person. And the thing about that is, it can be very, how do you say this? Disappointing when you set yourself up. You set yourself up for success and it don't work out that way. When you spend years setting yourself up, sacrificing, not having fun, not having friends, not hanging out, when you spend years setting yourself up for something and it don't come, it can be very disappointing. And that's another thing with my family, is why they gone and my mother's gone, because once again I just set myself up. I can see where I'm going, and I just like I said, it ain't gonna be no interference. But back to the women, like I said, I'm recording this video so it can sit on this channel for women. Try to love yourself. Take care of yourself throughout your pregnancy. I know it'll be hard, but you gotta try to be happy for the baby inside of you. You got to try to be happy and just take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Do something to take care of your mind. If you want to go to church, whatever, you know. Also, you gotta try to, you know, elevate yourself a little bit so you can have more for your kids. You got to try to, whatever you can do. If you want to do YouTube and you got an iPhone and an internet connection, do that. If you want to do a podcast, something, do that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go do DoorDash and have a job, do that. Do something, because for me, this was my perspective on it. When I was looking at, okay, yes, it's irritating. Like, wow, I got all the responsibility and we should be sharing this 50-50. But my take on it was never to be upset or angry about how my daughter's father treated me. It just, I felt so much better about myself, right? Because I'm doing it. It don't matter. My daughter gonna have what she needs. She gonna have her food, her clothes, her transportation. She gonna get dropped off and picked up on time. I'm doing it. That's that. Because if you are a mother and you don't carry that weight, then, you know, how is that gonna work out for your child? And then how do you feel about yourself if they, you know, you don't set them up to have a decent future or a decent life? You know, so it's something that nobody can relate to unless they have experienced it. Once again, for me, there was no support from anybody in my family coming to me saying, I'm so sorry this is happening, but you gonna get through this. We gonna make a plan. We gonna re-strategize. No, I did it on my own. Figured out a plan. Just had to get my mind together, re-strategize, prioritize till I get to Z. That's it. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. And okay, as far as Zoe's father, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Now, if that type of man is doing that to you in the beginning stages, you can see at a certain age, because Zoe's father is older than me too, you'll see at a certain age, if they don't have the mentality or the maturity to be a good father, a provider, a supporter, then that might never come, okay? Now with Zoe's father, I'm sharing this with you guys. I don't think she'll be offended. I hope she won't, because I want her to understand that she's not the only person that's dealt with this. And look, the Lord has blessed her now. How Drake regards her and treats her as a daughter, you know, that I've been able to start moving on up so I can do more for her, you know. So I hope my daughter's not upset about me sharing this, because she do click through the channel because they like to watch the old videos and stuff. But with Zoe's father, the effort was made. The effort was made for there to be some type of co-parenting. It really was. It really was. But okay, when you have somebody who was constantly letting your child down, letting them down, telling them they gonna do this, they not showing up, they gonna do this, they gonna do that, and they not doing it, and they disappoint your child, hurting them, then at some point as a mother, you gotta step in and say no, okay? Because I tried it with Zoe's father. We tried it. We tried to go parenting. I tried to allow her to have some type of, you know, presence in her life, even though I'm providing all the financial support, because I didn't want to be that type of woman to be like, it's all about money. But it's not just about the money. It's about that child and their emotions and their feelings too, because this is how I feel as a woman. If I allow my daughter's father to just come in and out of her life as he please, not take any accountability for when he telling her he gonna show up, he gonna do that, what am I telling her about how she should be treated by a man? Am I teaching her that she should be respected and regarded in a certain way? Am I teaching her that she don't have to tolerate dysfunction and people who don't regard her emotions? No. And that's why I say I'm cleaning it up. I'm cleaning it all up with my family, with my mother, with my daughter's father, because I want my children to be happy and healthy, surrounded by love and goodness, so we can get closer to God, and there ain't nothing in the way. Ain't nothing in the way no more, because it takes an emotional toll on a child when the father is in and out saying they're gonna do this, saying they're doing that, constantly disappointing them, and they crying, and then I gotta come and try to clean it up and wipe the tears and have a conversation, and it takes a toll on their self-esteem too, because it'll make a little girl feel like she's not good enough for her father. So at this point, I had to say no. We done with that. You know, if you want to go back to court, we'll figure something out. But as of right now, he's out, because I'm not going to keep doing that to my daughter. And it's been the best thing for her. She's been very happy. She's been able to form a closer relationship to Dre. So, you know, you got to have some type of standards. You got to give them some leeway, you know, but you got to have some type of standards for your child too. You don't teach them to just tolerate anything from any man. You don't teach them that, because how do they ever grow up and have any standards about dating if this is what they are tolerating from their own father? How do they? They wouldn't. They would think that they're supposed to tolerate disrespect and just, you know, doing whatever and all this distress and unhealthy stuff in a relationship. That will become a normal thing for them. And I don't want my daughters to think dysfunction, disrespect, none of that is a normal thing. Did you know what I'm saying? So that's that. If any young mothers who are pregnant and abandoned find this video, just try to do the best you can for your daughters. Try to elevate yourself. You know, keep praying, stay close to the Lord. You got to try to put your finances and your children first. And then when it's time, the Lord will send you somebody. As long as you just keep doing the right things, doing right by your child, trying to do your best at every point, the Lord will send you somebody. Now, scroll on down to the videos. Like I always say, y'all see where I was at. I was a single mother. I labored, I endured, I loved, invested back into myself by learning how to do the YouTube, taking my exams, going back to school to finish a degree, all of that. Because that's what you do. You got to build yourself up so you can build your kids up. That's what you got to do. If you won't have nothing to offer them, and they want to do something or be something, they're going to really have a hard time, you know? And that was the case for me. I very well could be a medical doctor right now, because I set myself up. If one person in my life would have helped me set up some scholarships, oh, you best believe I would have been studying, keeping the grades to continue to get the scholarships and stuff. But that's in the past. The Lord has set me on this path, maybe to be able to speak to you guys. I don't know why I have endured, but I made it and I'm here. And like I always say, only direction is up. I can only go up from now. So I hope that helps. If any women that are pregnant and abandoned find this video, the people around you won't be able to relate to you. They won't, because this is something that this is something that you can't explain, that feeling. You can't explain it, okay? It's a horrible feeling. And you can't blame yourself, because you never know how you can't control anyone else's actions. You never know how anybody else is going to react to anything. The only thing you can control is you, as always. So y'all go ahead on and be blessed. I'm going to head on and make the best use of my time, edit this video, upload it. Bye.
Trying to get you out my bed, but I still can't get you in my head. Ooh, I'm seeing you one text at a time. I know you by your phone.